Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, folks. Michael Zuber, one rental at a time, back with his good friend Dion from Dion Talk. How you doing, buddy?
Howdy, doing great. Ready for round three.
Awesome, man. And hey, what I want to make this episode about is you, the investor. You're a teacher, you're a mentor, you help a lot. But I want to talk about you and your business, right? You are shopping for the next great deal. You bought great deals in the past. I want to talk about how your mindset has shifted, because this is the first time I believe that you've been investing where rates shot up on you, which has really caused you to, frankly, have to change your numbers. So what is Dion doing to find his next deal different today than maybe you were doing 9 months ago?
I haven't really seen a buyer's market yet. I've seen close to a buyer's market where sellers would pay closing costs, but it was still competitive. You were still escalation clauses, higher earnest money, quick offers to get the seller's attention. Mm-hmm. And then in the last 2 years, we really saw the seller's market where it took waiving contingencies and going over asking and naming your kid after the seller and all of these things that it took to get a deal.
Yeah.
So I'm excited about the shift to, fear of missing out, going from the buyers over to the sellers.
Yes.
The biggest change from 9 months ago till now is 9 months ago, I was trying to get the offer in before prices went up. So what I'm trying to do now is get the deal in place before cost of capital goes up.
Ooh.
Because I talk to the seller, via email through the agents, and I say, here's my seller financing offer. Here's my offer if I go conventional loan. And now I might incorporate the 50-40-10 option in there too. But I clarify, this is my current offer. In a week or two, based on what can happen to cost of capital, and I call it if interest rates go up. Yeah. My deal is going to change because the numbers that make sense to me then will be lower as a purchase price than what we're at now. And so that's going to be the strategy for me going forward for the next several months, making sure the seller understands I'm only going to make the offer that makes sense for the yield I'm looking for.
Yeah. There's so much power in that. Well, you've done a couple of things there that I think I want to hit on. First is you're actually creating time urgency. Without being, you got 48 hours to respond kind of nonsense. You're basically saying this deal is good as long as my cost of capital stays the same or frankly goes lower, right? When you're saying, hey, rates, everybody knows rates, I would think everybody knows. Most people know rates have been going up. The seller probably knows that as well. They've probably been told that. And you also are letting them know that you're a sophisticated investor, meaning you have a cost of cash on cash return or yield that you're looking for. And if cost of capital goes up, your yield will hold constant. The price has to go down. Perfect. I love that. Every investor should rewatch that over and over and over again, because that's what I teach. That's what I talk about. I don't care about the cost of capital. I just have to get the right yield. And if that means a lower price, it means a lower price. Sellers can say no. They're free to do that. The second thing you did is a wildly powerful strategy that I'm going to personally start to deploy more and more and more, because I'm fishing for 1, 2, or 3 motivated sellers. And I did a video, I don't know, a week ago with a guy in my office in Fresno. We're using PropStream to fish for prospects that might have a lot of equity, because I want to offer 2 numbers. I want to offer a cash number, which will be low. And I want to offer the 50-40-10. 50-40-10 is 50% first from a bank. 40% is seller second. 10% is my cash. So the seller is going to walk away with 60% of the money and 40% in a note. It will be a second trust deed. I will shoot for 10-year amortization, which will be a balloon. I will take 5. I will have 2 payments, one to the bank, one to the seller. And I will get a way higher yield if I make that number. So you have a fourplex that we've talked about a couple of times. In my world, I might offer the 1-1, or I might offer $1 million cash listed at 1.3. I might do it $1 million cash. Hey, you want to close in 10 days? I can stroke a check. We're all good to go. However, I will pay you 1.35, right? I will overpay if we do it this way. Which one do you like? And again, sellers can say no. I plan to write a lot of offers where the seller says no, but I know math, and the odds are in my favor that the more often I write these, I will get a great deal. And again, let's be clear. The way I will write these, I won't care whether they take the 1 million cash or the 135. To me, they will be equal and I will not be disappointed. So I think more and more investors need to fish for motivation, because motivated sellers have just started. It is going to grow as we move forward.
Well, there's a really simple tool that an investor can use who's not going to use PropStream or go to county records or do any of that. There's like super creative ways, do mailers or whatever to find these motivated sellers. Open the MLS.
Yes.
Your auto searches to the MLS if you're not an agent. So I'm not an agent. I have auto searches coming in from agents. Write down the names of the properties. Do a spreadsheet if you want. When you looked at them, what their price was, and watch their days on market.
Yes.
There's only one metric that makes a seller lower their price. If they list a property and the property next door sold for $1 million less, they're not going to lower their price that day. But a week, 2 weeks, a month later, watch for days on market. That's where we start to have negotiating power with a motivated seller.
Yeah.
With the sellers who were just listing it because they had a wish and they thought at that level it made sense and I'm never going to sell for less, you're not going to get it. So it's not 100% of the time. 60% of the time, it works every time.
That is vitally important. I have fundamentally changed my business. For me, up until about 4 months ago, the only chance I had was speed. I had to be first in full offer. It worked a little, not a lot. It was painful. It was hard. It was blah, blah, blah. But now I don't even bother. I don't look at first day listings anymore. In my market, days on market is 17. So I look at 14 days. I don't even bother. I don't even bother anymore. For me, I wanted, and soon I might change it to 30 days. I want to fish where my odds of getting a great deal are greatest. And before it was speed, which sucked because everybody was doing it. Going forward, I'm going to fish. I will probably change it to 30 days pretty soon because days on market are exploding. I'm going to find a way to get 3 deals from motivated sellers, and they will be days on market greater than 30 I'm pretty convinced of.
You reminded me of a fun conversation I had 2 days ago with one of my agents who I've done 4 deals with, and he's amazing. Like I've recommended him to tons of people. He's also investing in houses with ADUs, very similar to me in the same market. We've helped each other a lot, but I think I lost some cool points with him. For the last 2 years, it's been exactly the same as you. Speed. Get it in within hours, get the letter of pre-qualification from the bank submitted, get in there before the seller realizes they're going to get a lot more offers. I didn't know, because the auto searches from agents look different depending on which brokerage they work for. On his search, I didn't know where days on market was. And I spent a good 15 minutes like looking all over for it. I was thinking building details, property details, all this stuff. So I messaged him. I was like, hey, where's the days on market? Because I want to know that metric because that's what I'm basing this on. He sends me back a screenshot. It's like the top line, the only bold thing on the screen. But I was going from the image of the house to the
down,
text.
not up. Oh.
And so, yeah, but that's the metric that matters now.
Yeah.
Days on market is going to tell me when I can start looking at the number that makes sense to me.
Yeah. Very, very cool. Powerful stuff, folks. Use days on market to your advantage. And just so you know, in the MLS, it's often just DOM, just in case you're wondering what that is. So Dion, where can people find you?
Right here on YouTube, Dion Talk Financial Freedom.
Awesome, buddy. Thank you very much.